when we first got Doom, me and Eric and a couple other guys were working in a warehouse in a very rough neighborhood in Cleveland, which in Cleveland means something. We got a case of beer, put it between us, and then went back to back all computers playing to the middle of the night until we freaked ourselves out to be scared to use the elevator because it was dark. So it was really fun. I really liked that. But it was also just like, oh my God, this is that feeling and that experience of first person shooter. Like that was the first time I really had that, like, I hate to use the word visceral, but you know, like it just really felt like in the game and in the world. And it was really interesting to me. And like, why are these guys being crucified? I'm angry at you.
I remember we got a PC. It was my first PC. I can't remember what year it was, but it was the first time I'd played this really horrifically violent game that my parents did not like or approve of, called Doom. I can still remember the horror of that game. For me, like just being a young kid playing Doom on a PC with these MIDI file music and this screaming, you know, imps and fireballs and all this sort of stuff was really scary. It was like I'd never experienced something like that. Doom sucked me into the world, that virtual world. That was just transcendent for me. It put me somewhere else.
The early 90s or mid 90s, I spent all my spare time making Doom levels. I was just enthralled with the Doom editor utility thing. I think DEU is what they called it. And I just made levels. I just cranked out levels all over the place, and I would upload them to the internet, and I would actually get feedback from players. Players would check it out, play it, and give me feedback, and then I would make revisions and put them back up and ask for more feedback. So that's kind of how I cut my teeth in level design. It was just a hobby. So my wife, at that time, my girlfriend, she said, you know what? This is what you are so passionate about. Why don't you make that into your career instead of psychology?
That theme of Doom was like so strong. Like it tells a story even if there are no words to explain what's going on, or even if there are words, it's not that important. And that there is a progression as you play it, and that's kind of part of the experience.
What do Doom fans want from Doom? To really understand the IP? That might sound really simple, but if I ask you, Reese, or I ask my friend Dan, or I ask my other friend Shannon, or ask all these people, because like it's been around forever, and everybody has. Certainly, everybody we ever interviewed in the coming in as candidates to the studio, everybody had a Doom story, right? That's why they're in the industry, or that's the first game that they played, or their brother or sister were playing it, and or their parent, whatever. Right? Everybody had a story and something that was personal to them about it. So it was kind of like, well, we need to appeal to all those fans. So what Doom fans want in Doom, and just like simple, really key bullet points.